Going to be reacting on my Jazzy life as well as Liv's life. Okay, you guys? So before I get started, I'm going to ask everybody to please hit the like button when you come in, okay? Comment your thoughts down in the chat because y'all know I love to hear what y'all have to say. And also hit the subscribe button too if you have not done so already. Okay? Okay. So first things first, I just want to say hello to everybody that is watching currently, okay? And hello to all the people that will soon come in, all right? I'm going to share my screen real quick. Community tab. Then we're going to watch her most recent live. Then we're going to head over to Liv's live and watch her live from last night that we didn't get a chance to watch yet, okay? So, I am aware that my Jazzy life is experiencing another crisis. Okay, she was unable to get her security deposit back from her previous place. All right, and she was going to use that security deposit to pay the additional security deposit to the apartment that she's currently staying in. Okay, now that's what she told the people. Now, honestly, you guys, I am just genuinely confused. Since when do places allow you to move in without paying the full security deposit? That's my first question. But anyway, my Jazzy Life has asked her supporters to help her uh, out and send her cash apps. Okay, she's trying to get at least $1,000 to pay off her deposit for the new place. Okay, so we're just going to look at her, this post that she recently put up. So about 8 hours ago, she said, my phone overheated and started glitching, so I'll be back on in a minute, just trying to charge it. We made it to $182.40 on our $1,000 deposit goal. I appreciate everyone helping, whether it was $1 or $50. So now my new goal is $519. If you can donate even $1, I appreciate it. So to be completely honest with you guys, I'm genuinely confused. If the initial goal was 1,000, all right, and at this time you only had 182, how does the goal go from 1,000 to $519? Do you have the money or do you not have the money? Okay, that's the first thing. So then she uploaded another screenshot saying that she now is at $202.40. I just don't understand. I really don't. So I'm going to go ahead to her most recent live stream, and we're going to get started with that. And then I'm going to give y'all some thoughts that I have before we even jump in. Okay, just give me a second to pull that up and just get that on the screen. Let me mute it. Turn this on. Okay, boom. So, hey, Shonda. So, why has no business coming on here saying anything about Olivia scamming the people when she's constantly coming on here begging? Like, I really am truly just baffled. So at this point, they're taking turns, okay, milking the supporters for money. Now, Olivia is definitely a scammer, but my Jazzy Life is definitely a top-notch beggar, okay? She's always in need of something. But I understand why my Jazzy Life was saying what she said now. She basically was upset that people were giving Olivia all the money because she knew that at some point in time she wanted to try and finesse the people as well. See, it started off, she started off playing in the people's face when she moved into that apartment or that house or whatever she has over there, okay? She told the people that she had nowhere to go, okay? She tried to basically confuse the people, and she said that she was going to go stay in a motel. Come to find out, she actually had another place to move into, which is a wonderful thing. But I think that my Jazzy Life was definitely jealous of the fact that Olivia was getting so much support, and that she also knew that at some point in time, she had a plan to come on here and get something from her supporters as well. I don't know, you guys. It's a whole mess. But those are just my thoughts. Like, this is why none of these women have any room to say anything about the other, because for some reason, they always find themselves coming on here needing something from their supporters. None of them are just fully self-sufficient and in need of no assistance. None of them are getting it out the mud. None of them um, will try to help themselves before they ask others for help. I just don't understand. But anyway, I digress because, I just rambled a little bit. But let's get into this video, you guys. Coming on here looking all irritated. Why is it? Is that me?
On here and
Oh, here we
see
go.
if anyone can help me get anything at this point. Like, even if you send a fucking dollar, if eight, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a start. Like, I feel like I'm just having a hard time right now. And I'm just feeling so discouraged to where I just want to say, fuck this shit. Good morning.
Okay, girl, we got to get into the nitty gritty. I ain't got time to be
I'm
in
not
that.
gonna sit here and act like
Hey, Steve.
a bitch is perfect, but I ain't gonna come on here and ask for something unless I really need it, and I'm really in a bind type stuff. Hold on. I don't know where Ghanaians went.
I can't stand my Jazzy Life lives.
My Cash App is, I don't even know what. Hold on. Random message. My Jazzy Life 10. Random message. My Jazzy Life 10.
Girl,
Might do that for the next couple of days. I do get sick of begging, but I'm here begging.
not her saying, but I'm here begging. Okay, so my question is this: if my Jazzy Life knew that she would have to pay an additional security deposit, um, why would she solely rely on the security deposit from the previous home? How could you be so sure that you're going to get the full amount back that you go ahead and move into a place where you have to pay a double security deposit? And now you're on here looking dumb begging. Now, see, this is the shit that I be talking about. Now, at first, I was actually very happy for her, okay? Because she made a move on her own and she didn't ask for any help. But now look, she's back on here asking for help.
Happy birthday.
What was even more irritating is they sit there and look at the screen looking pitiful, saying absolutely nothing. The fuck?
I don't have any tears. I don't know what you're talking about.
What?
You're right. People do have their own bills, but I'm not forcing you. I'm not holding something to your head saying you need to help me. If you want to help, then I appreciate it. Like, that's the thing. If you want to help, I appreciate it. I'm not saying you need to do this. Like, of course, people got their own bills. I'm not gonna buy a vape. Hell no, they're like $30. That's why I haven't bought a new one. But I have been like, I just like forced myself to throw out because I had an old one.
My thing is, while you sitting on the internet begging, okay, and waiting for people to come save the fucking day, bitch, you could be out there door dashing like you've been doing and get your money up. I'm confused. You sitting here looking dumb, sad, pitiful, stressed, depressed over a situation that you chose to put yourself in. I don't know why you would move in somewhere and you don't have all the funds to fully pay for the security deposit, first and last month's rent. Makes absolutely no sense to me. And since when did apartments or places, wherever she moved to, since when did they allow you to move in without paying the full amount that's due? When did they start doing that? I've never even heard of that. But I'm going to read what y'all saying in the comments real fast. Let's see. Natural Joy, you said they would do anything but get a real job and take care of the kids they created. Exactly. Like Legend is now in school, right? Because I really haven't been following my Jazzy life, but Legend is in school. And what's the excuse not to get an actual job? It sounds like that's exactly what she needs to be working on. Because obviously DoorDash is not cutting it. Shonda, you said my dollar looks good on me and my babies. I'm good. Ashley Sherry, you said if you so down, why be on live? Go to work. You see how we all work and it can be in your business. Very employed, very demure. Exactly. Everybody else got to get a job. You need to get a job too. It's just as simple as that. Like you sitting on here looking all pitiful is not making anybody feel bad for you, child. Everybody's struggling. Everybody got bills to pay. Everybody got shit going on. Okay. Steve, you said Halloween is starting early. All these 304s got hobo outfits this year. Kings's mother, you said, hey guys, I'm here, but I'm in the bushes. Hey, Kings's mother. Hey, Modacious, me. Let's see. Kings's mother, you said Jasmine's birthday is next week. Okay, so do y'all think that this is a money grab so that she can go turn up for her birthday? Is that what this is? Shonda, you said, what is a double security deposit? Is she referring to first and last month's rent? No, I don't believe she is. So sometimes when people have terrible credit, which I'm under the impression that Jasmine has terrible credit, okay, landlords are reluctant to rent to you, okay? So what they'll do is charge you an additional security deposit because of the fact that you have bad credit. Alice from Pittsburgh, you said, I've never seen women struggle so much. Whatever happened to get up, get out, and make things happen for yourself. My mom taught us that. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You coming on here, the majority of your audience is are mothers, right? And mothers, all the mothers are doing what they have to do to provide for their offspring. They're not on social media. They work jobs, they do what they have to do to get the shit done. Yet she feels like she could just keep coming on the internet and expecting these mothers that are watching her to save the day. It's very, very disgusting. Steve, you said she could be door dashing while begging. I think it's a grift. That's what I'm saying. Why are you not moving? Because while you are expecting for other people to help you, you should also be helping yourself. But let's continue.
It was
Hey, Banana
empty, but
Muffin.
for some reason it still had juice in it. I was basically vaping, empty vape. And I just threw that bitch out the window. Was it like a couple of days ago?
I hate her lives.
I just need help paying my deposit so that we don't lose our place. I have to pay about an eighth. And anything helps. Donating $1 helps. You need to buy supplies to get them done. I've been had the hair. I bought the hair when I bought my girl's hair. Like I have a lot. One thing about people that do braid hair, you're gonna always have some hair stuff on hand. And so I've been had the hair. Hi.
I can't. I just can't. Girl. I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm gonna have to keep speeding it up because I don't have time for these gaps of time
I'm
where
doing
she's sitting here
okay. How
looking.
are you doing today?
Um, Let me read these comments real fast. Banana Muffin, you said Liv was live all day today and Kalani was literally sleep all day. Yeah, I'm convinced she's definitely giving those kids something to stay asleep. Donna Wright, you said, I wish YouTube would do something about these trifling wenches. It is going to cause people to stop watching YouTube. This is horrible. Everyone is struggling. It's like a depression now. Damn. It is very depressing to watch these women constantly come on here and beg for money and tell the world, tell everybody their problems and expect for others to save the day. And there's people watching them who are actually facing homelessness and going through real shit and they don't receive any help at all. It's a mess. And to be on YouTube and to be on a platform for as many years as she has and to not have any sort of a savings. Well, you know what? To be honest, I'm convinced Jasmine does possibly have a savings. I don't know. She obviously saved money to get in this place. But to be on here for this long and you have to, and you had, there's years of evidence of you being on here begging. It's very embarrassing. Okay. Steve, you said a double security deposit only makes sense as a landlord if you get the money up front, not move in and hope you don't have to evict them a month later. I smell grift. You are absolutely right, Steve. Absolutely right. I completely agree with everything you just said. That's what I'm saying. I've never heard of somebody allowing you to move into a place and you haven't paid your full security deposit. That makes no sense at all. Teresa, you said it could be a private landlord because they will work with you. It could be. It definitely could be, but I don't see any landlord allowing you to move in and you haven't paid the full amount. Brandy, you said Steve be knowing. Yes, he do. Yes, he do. Steve is very smart. He be putting shit together. Natural Joy, you said it's possible. You said it's people struggling that actually work, and these fugazi women beg and refuse to work. Right. But let's continue.
Yeah.
See, I can't do this. We gotta.
And then saying I had to be out by the 1st or the 3rd.
Hey, eye for an eye.
So that I don't have to pay August rent. I broke my back getting out that bitch, right? Cleaning in the dark, doing everything. Like I said, that's probably the cleanest I ever left them in the fucking house because there was nothing in there at all. Hell, I left them with some extra stuff, meaning like the curtains. And that's why I told her, I said I left because they had curtains at first, but they're like regular old ones. So I said I had automatic curtains installed with thermal control, and I also, because it didn't come with the microwave, so I said, y'all could have the microwave as well. And she was like, oh, okay, thank you. I appreciate, I'm just, and it's like, and then it was just like, oh, well, you're only going to get back this because of this, we're calculating this, we're calculating that. And I'm just like, and I'm calculating it, it's still not adding up. And I'm like, but that doesn't make sense. Oh, well, we decided instead we're going to also take August rent, even though you already gave us the keys and stuff and yada, yada, yada. We're going to just take that too. Bitch, I don't want to say bitch, but I was just like, what?
Now, that doesn't even make sense. If you weren't even occupying the property, if you gave them a date that you were going to be leaving the apartment or the house or whatever, and you left on that scheduled date and you were not occupying the property during August, it does not even make wait. Well, you can't say that because she was there during August. She just moved there, right? Am I right or am I wrong, y'all? I don't know. But even still, she said that they said they're going to go ahead and take the rent for August. So the only way I can understand that is if you were still occupying the property in August. Now, she definitely was at the apartment in August because she just moved here like two weeks ago. Let me know because I don't want to be wrong talking. Jasmine was definitely in this apartment in August, right? Melody, you said, hi, MGTV reactions in chat. Thank you for speaking on this topic. I am so darn tired of this ish, child. I think everybody is. Kay Carter, you said, but if she broke the lease, they have the right to still charge rent. Well, you do have a point there. So there's a lot of different factors that come into play when it comes to how much you would get back with your security deposit. My Jazzy Life should have had a conversation with those people to figure out if she was going to be able to get her security deposit back. If she did not want to be charged for August rent, obviously she would have had to been out of the property before August even hit. It just is what it is. It just doesn't make sense. It's not adding up.
And then, like, I was relying on that, bro, because like I wouldn't have did all that shit. I would have been trying to figure my own way out with shit, and I did all that only to get $300 back, and I have to pay. It's like $1,000 and something for the deposit, but like I'm only asking for just 1,000, like help with 1,000, because it's really like 1,000, what, 800 and something. And I'm saying that because I already have the 300.
So wait a minute. Wait a minute. If you need the security deposit, which is about $1,800, and you have $300 from your previous place, you're only asking the people for 1,000. I guess you're saying that you have 500 of it already. I mean, okay.
And that's we only get paid once a month. And that's why I was like, fuck, I already paid the rent. Now I got to come up with this. Because maybe I don't even have that. And I had to pay 2 deposits. So I already paid one. Now I got to pay the second one. And that was another thing that I got asked in my video. How did you move in without having to pay a deposit? I paid 1 deposit. And we agreed on me paying the other one late, like later on. Oh, my comments stopped going.
So then I'm confused. She just said on her community tab that the goal, she got up to what, like 180 at that time, and she said that the goal changed from $1,000 to $519. So I'm convinced that Jasmine has the money for sure. Maybe she just does not want to give up the money, because then that would definitely dig a hole into her savings account. But I'm just confused about how you come on here initially saying that you need $1,000. Well, first of all, the actual security deposit in total that she has to pay is $1,800, right? Then you say you got $300 from your previous landlord, but you only need $1,000 from the people, right? And then you get on here and make a community post and say that now you only, after you received $180 from your supporters, the goal is now $519. It's given that it's a lie for sure. It is not making any sense at all. It makes absolutely no sense. So let me see what you're saying. Dom's mama, you said she can't keep up with the lies. I agree, because it's not, she's confusing me at this point. Puerto Rican Queen said, where's her mommy, daddy, brother, and baby daddies? Go beg them. We not giving you nothing, just $1,000. What the F is wrong with you? They're not going to help her, especially not the baby daddies. Philip got his own house to take care of. He got his own shit going on, and Chris never gave a damn. Okay? He never cared. Her mom got her own bills, and so does her daddy. They're not helping. Natural Joy, you said so cavalier about what she needs, like it's other people's responsibility. I agree. Puerto Rican Queen says she moves in these places knowing she can't afford it. That's my thing. Why would you move in if you didn't have all of the money together that you were going to need? Why would you do that to yourself? Steve, you said, I don't get paid once a month because I have a job, Jazz, and I'm not a teacher. Shonda, you said, what the F is so repulsive? What the F is so repulsive to them about punching in, but they aren't repulsed by begging? I don't know what it is. I think the bottom line is that they've gotten used to coming on the internet any type of way. See, when they do YouTube, they don't have to make themselves presentable. You know, they just turn the fucking camera on and go on about their daily lives, and they can, you know, they can make money if they want to lay in their bed all day, and they can make money if they choose to go out and, make their content fun and creative. But the point is that they have a choice as to what they want to do. Now, when you have a job, you don't have the ability to do that. You can't, you got sick time, you got vacation, but you can't just move around at your, however you please. So I think that these women have gotten very comfortable with not being on a schedule, not being required to clock in and be obligated to show up somewhere at a certain time. And they just don't want to do it. That's all it is to it, in my opinion. Um, 2025 year of accountability said right on her community tab tells the truth. Subtract the 300 and the donors amount from the 1,000. Steve, you said her birthday coming soon. She wants to turn up. That definitely could be the case for sure. But let's continue.
It's not high enough for anybody. Yeah, I already applied to jobs. I don't even want to talk about the other one I ended up getting because I talked about it in the vlog. So, but that money's not coming in right now. Like I can't touch it. It's a bi-weekly situation. So you know what I'm saying? Like, and I talked about it in my vlog. Yeah. No, I'm saying like that's all I need help with.
Girl,
I don't know, y'all. If everybody could send $5. Where's the baby daddy? Not here. Nobody's here. It's just me and my kids. Like, I don't know. If anyone could donate $5, everyone that can be. I don't know. I didn't see it. I'm not coming on. I'm not lying. I'm telling y'all the truth. I'm coming on here telling y'all the truth. I ain't saying that I'm this, I'm pregnant, or like I'm in a bind right now. If anyone is new here, it takes a lot for me to move. I always gotta put at least two to three deposits down sometimes. And this place was real lenient with me. And
so then why are you moving so frequently if it costs so much for you to move? Why did you choose to make that move if you couldn't fully afford it? Why would you choose to rely on your previous landlord to give you the full deposit back when you know that it's a high chance that more than likely they're not going to be trying to do that? Why would you rely on that? Why wouldn't you have a conversation with those people and ask them, for an estimate as to how much you can expect to receive back? None of it is adding up. I feel like this is bullshit. And to be honest, her live is actually boring me. So we're not going to be on here for too much longer because it's just her trying to get some money up. And obviously she wasn't that successful. She only got around like 200 and something dollars or something. But um, I don't know. I think people might just be tired of the begging bullshit, to be honest.
but shit, now they like, we want that rest of that money. So if everybody can donate $5, I would truly appreciate it. Cause she said what, we had 200 and something people. Everyone help. If you can't help her, it's fine, but don't be rude. That's what I'm saying. Like if you can't help, then you don't have to be rude. When I was asleep, I'm not asleep. When I got off the live last night, I was in the bed. Literally, I did apply for a couple assistants. One of them, it says it takes a while for them to call back, and the other one got denied because they said I wasn't within the limits, and the other one only helps with utilities. Thank you. Moving is very expensive. It's very, very expensive.
But you chose to do it. You chose to move, so it's your responsibility to make sure that you have all the money required to move into the place. Now you want to come on here and looking all like I hate when they come on here with the sad face and shit. Like everybody's supposed to feel bad for them, when everybody in their own lives they have obligations and shit that they got to pay for. Like nobody cares about your struggle. You're not the only one that's out here struggling.
And that's another reason why I threw so much shit away. I threw stuff away. I was selling stuff. People were like, "Oh, you have enough furniture, bitch." I needed to sell stuff to move. Like I had to figure shit out.
Child, well, you're gonna have to keep figuring shit out there. Sell some more shit or something.
Of course, I'm going to help. Thank you. I'll send you 20 sis. I'll have my wife do it when she goes on her break. Thank you. I appreciate it. You got 50 cent. It's better than nothing. I love the Lord. She put my cash app in the it should be it's pinned at the bottom, y'all. She put my cash app. It's right there. My Jazzy Life 10.
Oh gosh, I cannot. Let me read what y'all said. Banana Muffin, you said she literally has no reason to not be working. Fill out an application the next time you go to the YMCA, Jasmine. That's what I'm saying. There's absolutely no excuse now. There's zero excuse. The youngest one is in school. So you have no reason not to clock in somewhere so that you can prevent yourself from having to come on the internet and beg others for money. Like, why isn't the goal to be self-sufficient? Why don't they take pride in it? I just don't get it. Like, it makes no sense to me. And to be honest, I would be embarrassed. Like, I get it. People, they might put up registries and things like that if they move into a new place or buy a new home, or, in case, like if it's a real serious emergency. Okay, I understand. But there is a clear track record of years of begging. So at what point does it end? I guess it's probably not going to end until people stop giving up money to her completely. But it just this I don't know. It's not making any sense. Anyway, Rika Rel TV said, "It's really y'all gave Liv money, now give me money." Wait, oh no, I think I read that. Steve, you said, "I would have more respect for her if she sold coochie responsibly." I don't think Jasmine is the type that can actually sell. Well, maybe she could. Maybe she could, but she's not going to get much. Okay. Nicole Ella said, "Why do they always think it's other people's responsibility? No one cares." Exactly. Jack Leach, you said she needs help to keep a roof over her head, but Olivia scammed folks with homelessness and had an apartment the whole time. Right. But I just feel like neither one of them is better than the other. Jasmine got on here and was so quick to try to bash Olivia and call her out on what she's doing, and then turns around and does the same exact thing a week later. So maybe she should have kept her fucking mouth shut. I understand that Olivia was lying, but we don't necessarily know whether or not Jasmine is telling the truth with the situation, because how did the amount go from her needing 1,000 to her only needing 519? I don't know. It's just not adding up to me. It's not. It's really not. I think she has the money. She just does not want to spend it. That's what I think it is. And if she doesn't have it, she should be door dashing instead of getting on here, waiting for people to send her money. Thick Thighs, you said, "Good evening, MGTV." Good evening, Thick Thighs. Steve, you said, no, you throw away everything every time you move. Nothing you buy is quality. Steve, you also said, "Too lazy to put her own Cash App in. She needs an enabler for that." Thick Thighs, you said, "Jazz is always trying to live beyond her means." It seems like that. Queen Letty, you said, "MGTV, these women will never change because of the enablers that support the BS." Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. They all have supporters, all right? And they have some very loyal supporters who will donate to their cause every single time. And so because they have that, the likelihood of them changing and actually being responsible adults that can provide for themselves and their children is very slim, because they know that they have the ability to just come on YouTube and put the sad face on, and people are going to feel bad and dig into their wallets and give them what they're asking for. And it's trifling. So we're going to watch a couple more minutes of this, and then we're going to go ahead and get off and head over to Liv's channel.
Right. Thank you all that can help. Like anything. They said they got 50 cents. I appreciate your 50 cents. It's at the bottom. It's pinned at the bottom. My Jazzy Life 10. I had to move back to Midwest. I don't even have a car right now. I had to leave everything I own back in Florida to talk about starting over. I'm sorry you had to go through
Hey,
that.
EJ.
Like, for real. Patrice, you can do it to my
Oh God. Okay, let's speed it up.
and that's my Cash App right there.
I can't take it. I can't.
200 and something. And then even though people came and got all my shit from outside the front, she still paid for a junk removal out of my deposit. I didn't care. And then I forgot what it was. I really feel like it was the lights. I think it was, because it was something that I didn't pay a bill or something. No, it wasn't lights. Got transferred my lights. Whatever. It was $238. I remember whatever the fuck it was. And I was like, okay. And after calculating all that, I was like, okay, so I should get close to $2,000 back. I should be good. And I didn't get that. She she sent me $300 and said that they decided to no, let me go back. She said you will only be able to get back $98. And I said, what the fuck? Like, I'm
$98
laughing
is
because it's just
crazy.
like I still thinking about it. And then she was like, well, out of the grace of our heart, we'll send you 300 instead, because we're gonna just let you pay for August rent.
Here, I don't understand. If Jasmine did not violate her lease, I don't know whether or not she did, but if she didn't violate her lease, it appears that she cleaned the place up pretty well. Okay. I can understand them needing, to get it cleaners and whatever the case may be. Junk removal, I don't understand, because what did she really leave behind? Um, I don't know if you can fight this. I've never had this type of an issue or whatever the case may be, but this is so what's the alternative? Are you going to just let the people run off with your bag, with your money? If you know that they didn't have to get all that shit done, because it's not sounding right. She was expecting to get close to 2,000 back. They offered to give her $98, and then they switched it from 98 to 300. I don't understand that. I really don't.
Rent too, and I'm just like, I'm not even living there. I might as well give my keys back. I agree, April. I only read part of your message. She said, I just suggest when you get your taxes, you put it all in savings, even you're around the same time you have the same financial issues. It is time to learn to. I agree. When I got my taxes, I was playing catch up.
You agree, but yet you do the same bullshit every single time you get your taxes, and you don't hold on to none of it. They go out and they make these big purchases of and splurge on items and bullshit that they really don't need, or whatever they choose to do with their money, and then every time by fucking what, April, May, everything's gone. Everybody's broke again. I don't understand it. It makes absolutely no sense.
I was in a catch up situation. Whenever my channel got demonetized, that fucked me up, or whatever the heck happened. Not demonetized. Y'all remember whenever my channel got hit, it messed me up. So I was always playing catch up every month.
Oh, child, when you gonna get tired of playing catch up? I'm gonna stop sharing my screen because I ain't got time to listen too much more of this. I don't. So, you guys, I'm gonna pull up Olivia real quick. That's what we finna do. We're gonna head over there and see what she's talking about. This shit is 2 hours and 37 minutes. So we're obviously We're clearly not going to get through this entire live that Olivia did. We're not. But we're going to go ahead over there and see what she was talking about last night. Let me go ahead and share my screen again because I'm done with Jasmine. I cannot listen to that. She's just so boring to me, to be honest. She is. But let me see what y'all say, what y'all saying real quick before I start this reaction to Olivia. So, Barbara, you said, mark my words, Joey is not coming. Okay. Beatrice Marshall, you said, now that Legendary is in school, Jazz has a lot of free time to get a job. I agree. Steve, you said she finds the right niche. She could make bank. Her clients will be alleged straight guys that like to be bent over. The men that she would be able to get to buy a cat from her are men who like to be pegged. That's actually crazy. Thick Thighs, you said Jazz gets paid from YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Plus, she gets checks for Ava and Aiden. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Steve, you said she's in a quiet house all day enjoying her free time. Yeah, well, she's enjoying her free time broke and crying. So she obviously needs to get a job. Let me scroll down. Thick Thighs, you said she's lying for sure. She's always struggling, but refuses to take Hipsy no hustle for child support. Right. Steve, you said you can fight it if you have evidence, like pics and videos. She can go to small claims court. Well, it sounds like that's what she should do, because if she knows that she left that place clean, and it seems to me like she did a pretty good job, they probably still would have to hire somebody to do a real deep clean. I could understand that. But if she knows that she didn't leave any like damages, like holes in the wall, they wouldn't have to get it painted over or anything like that. Hopefully, well, if she was smart, she would have took a video of how she left the place, and I would have to go see about that, because it ain't no way. It ain't no way. Donna Wright, you said she probably left Rent-A-Center stuff behind. All right, let's get into Olivia. So this live that she did last night, I got the boys reacting now. So I'm not going to keep it started at the beginning. We're just going to move it along. We're just going to keep moving along and catch what we can, because there's no way we're going to sit on here and be able to watch this whole 2 hour and 30-minute thing. It says I have 155 in the chat right now. Can we at least get 100 likes, you guys? Please hit the like button for me.
Olivia's that girl who has 2 strands. Wait, look here. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not updating you guys on my weight until, I don't know. Give me a couple weeks. Am I dating? No, I'm not. It's just, it's a hot mess. People are a hot mess. Black Lotus. Sit on it. Thank you, New York finest.
I ain't got time.
Your problems. Girl, he gonna solve all his problems, but he gonna work this thing out, okay? Can I get an amen? That's what I need. I need some DICK.
No, that's actually the last thing that you need.
If we're being honest. Bitch, I can work my own problems out. But I don't have a DICK. So when I get one of those, yeah, I'll be a lot better. I'll be calm. I'm pretty calm, but
you obviously can't work your own problems out. That's why, if Olivia could work her own problems out, there would be no need for her to come on the internet and scam people out of their hard-earned money. So obviously you can't. And the last thing you need is to hop on somebody's day. That's the last thing you need.
I do need some meds.
Like, how do you sound saying some shit like this when you just claim you just had to get an AB? Like, like I said, these women don't have no shame.
Mm-hmm. I need some of that. Most definitely.
Hey, that damn ass.
Sorry, I'm very honest. I know you guys are scared of honesty. Oh, let me make sure. There you go. She's such an alcoholic. Just get a toy. No more kids. I already have a toy. I said a D-X-A-K. I didn't see a T-O-Y. Bitch, can you spell? Are you done eating, Kaimani? You want to get down?
Child, I ain't get down. Let's see.
Senior ex. Which one? Which ex? Are you serious? Hold on, you guys.
Here we go. She got to keep muting the shit to run after her kids that she should be taken care of before she even decides to get on live. It's so annoying. I can't stand it. Thick Thighs, you said she's into the booger sugar right now. I was thinking that because she keeps sniffling, touching her nose. It appears that her nose is definitely bothering her, so I don't put it past her to be over there indulging in the powder. Okay. Kinks' mother, you say you should go to her live from today where she watched a man react on her. Okay, so we might get over there. But I would have to breeze through this. So let me just speed it up.
Face. And I was just like, ew. You guys send me everything, and thank you, because I did have a good ass fucking laugh. Okay? But it's just like, what happened? You want me to pick you up? Ugh. Let Jen. Look at her outfit. Jen bought this outfit for Kaimani.
Now Jen bought the outfit. Jen's over there donating to her scams. Jen is putting her own livelihood and her own name on the line by being the beneficiary of the GoFundMe. What is wrong with this lady, Jen? What is wrong with her?
He's a fruitcake. Babe, I don't even care. Okay? He's a nigga that I wouldn't look twice at. Okay? I'd be like, that big ass head. Okay. What I was getting at earlier is I just think it's funny. It's comical. It's just so comical. Like, I understand. Like, I get it. I'm a YouTuber. And I do this, right? So it's like, I get it. You're gonna chase the views. You're chasing the views. Obviously, you can't just turn on the camera, talk some shit, and get 500 people in your room, 480, and talk shit about yourself, or just be goofy, or just whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like, I can. So I understand. You have to chase the views. I'm the views. And I get it. But it gets to a point where I'm just like, really? So they're just letting anybody apply for the job. Like, any bum off the street, okay? You don't have to look a certain way. You don't have to have any credentials of any sort. And you can just come up on this motherfucker and talk like you got some sense. And you think that my life is so much lower than yours. Bitch, what? Like, for where I come from, people think I'm so superficial. And here's the thing. I'm not.
Well, hold on real quick. So, wait a minute. Steve, you said, I wonder if her sex game is any good. She is so self-obsessed and only talks about what men do to her. I don't know. I never wondered if it was good or not. I mean, I don't think that it is. And I'm going to say that I don't think that it's as good as she thinks it is, because normally when it is, men have a hard time letting go. The men that she has encountered after the ride, they had no interest in sticking around. So I'm assuming that, it's not as great as she may think that it is, but she definitely does have sex appeal. I could see how men will be attracted to her, but the problem is she's just not a woman that men will stick around uh, with for the long haul. I don't know, but let's see. Rose Trulio, you said Jen needs to do an interview telling what it is like to be around Liv. She would never do that. She seems to be a diehard supporter that's trying her hardest to become her best friend or something. Chip Chip Cheerio said he's a fruitcake, but she be twerking and screaming. Clock that tea, okay? Who is a fruitcake? Banana Muffin, you said, did y'all watch the part where she watches being reacted on by a new dude? He cooked her. Now, I'm going to ask you guys real quick. Y'all let me know. Do y'all want to react? Do y'all want me to react to this live, or would you like me to go to the live that she... I'm going to wait to see the answers. Say this live, say stay if you want me to stay here, or say go if you want me to go to the other one. Because in this live, all she's doing is ranting and raving because she's upset that another female reactor and this other man was doing... Okay, I have 4 goals. Okay, period. So y'all said let's go. All right, so I'm not going to waste no time. We can go ahead and head on over there and see the most recent live stream. I want you to see how her energy changes. Okay. All right, let's do that. Is it Myris? Oh, yeah, it's an hour ago. Okay. But we're going to get into this now, you guys. Banana Muffin, you said she's only saying the same thing she's been saying about that reactor. Okay, cool. So let's get into this.
I don't know if you can tag me. At least I got some work done today. That's good. I should do my lashes. Yeah, let's do my lashes. We have time, right? Yeah, we have some time.
Oh, he has 1 million subs. Okay. So she had another viral moment. Okay.
No, we don't really.
Now, who is this man?
I'll do them when I come home.
Oh, wait. Oh, it's right here. I'm so slow. The real IMTR. Okay. I want her to get to the point.
And again. I'll be posting this today, too. So before I did these, and like,
I don't care about the teeth things. Oh, you said it's towards the end?
To here, back.
All right.
Okay, y'all. Okay. We'll see.
Let's see.
We'll see what they say.
Daddy, by myself.
Oh, hold on. Back it up some. Let's see.
Yes, ma'am. We were debating on if I should start all the way from the beginning, and I was like, no, I think I should start at 5. And I think it was a good choice. Hold on, let's look this up. Why are these niggas reacting to me? You know why they're reacting?
All right, here we go, y'all. Hey, Cancer 66.
They have a crush on me. They really want me for real.
Yeah, that shit looks way too tight.
What is it called? Oh, NTR. This nigga's probably talking shit. Is he ugly? Oh, Lord. Oh, he doesn't even have views.
Banana Muffin, you said this is all she did today. She was on TikTok all day trying our products, and Kalani was asleep all day. Of course she was. Of course she was. Chip Chip Cheerio, you said, I meant to say she stayed calling the other men fruity while her son twerking and screaming clock that tea. Oh, okay. Banana Muffin, you said that person was like, hey, Liv, he did a reaction on you, and it was really bad. They were lying. Oh, my gosh. Hey, ex-lady. All right, but let's continue. Let's get into it.
Actually, these are okay. He's reacting to old shit, though. I want to see how he acts, though. I want to see his face when he sees me. I can always tell if a nigga's attracted to me.
I had a car accident.
Not like it matters, but it kind of does matter because it's funny when dudes react to me because I'm like, bro, bye.
Well, so I'm confused because a man might be attracted to you. That means that they shouldn't be reacting on you. You being attractive does not take away from the disgusting ways that you have as a woman, as a mother, and as a person. So while a man may very well be attracted to you, the bottom line is they would not pursue you long term because you are just a lady of the night, essentially. Just because of the way you live your life, the way you talk, the way you act, the way you move, that's all you're good for in their eyes. It doesn't matter whether or not they're attracted to you.
Y'all want to hear this?
I got the balls and I cheated on him back. Baby daddy number 2. Okay. It was a big fucking mess, okay?
He's cute.
Okay, now baby daddy number 3. He has always helped me. He's not in her life because he has a whole different life than me. He lives a completely different life, which means, in my opinion, he's got a whole nother family, and she was the side chick. Baby daddy number 4. Okay, so
he's definitely right about that. Okay.
So yes, I am pregnant. Pregnant with my 6th child. This is gonna be my 4th baby daddy. My ex-husband. The unaccountable concierto number 5. Their father has been trying and alienating me, actively alienating me out of their life. And it has been so messy, so crazy. You guys wouldn't even believe, okay? So messy. My life would be a Lifetime movie at this point. Written and directed by me. There's sometimes where I do content on people, and I really just get left scratching my head. Now, the head scratcher, main character in question today is actually another YouTuber. She's got over 100,000 subscribers, but she also has 6 kids with not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 separate.
Get ready with me for a day out with.
Oh my gosh, I can't stand these ads.
I have 6 kids now, baby.
The latest one is currently in prison, and she is actively trying to get these kids back from losing custody. Now, already, when a woman loses custody of their children, it is an extreme circumstance because that generally doesn't happen. But she's actually started a GoFundMe.
Good. I'm happy he put that up there. Good, thank you. No, he's not fine. He looked cute from the side. Wait a minute. You hear what he said, though? That is the misconception. It's under extreme circumstance.
So right away, that's one of the things that men look at as well. Okay, to be honest, a lot of men, they don't view single mothers or in a good light as it is, which I don't fully understand, but it is what it is. I'm not even about to touch that topic because then I'll be talking for way too damn long. However, when a man sees that you don't even have custody of your children, then they're definitely going to look at you differently. It's already bad enough that you have as many children that you have. But it makes it even worse when they find out that all of your children are not to one man or maybe even 2 men, okay? But you have multiple baby daddies. You came on here and said that you was pregnant on your 4th baby daddy. So them seeing that is also going to knock off some points from you, a lot of points actually. And then when you say, what the hell was you said? I just lost my train of thought. When you said, when he said that you lost your kids, if a man finds out that you don't have custody of your children, now you're a bottom barrel bitch. I'm gonna be honest. The fact that you got as many kids as you got, then you got multiple baby daddies, then you don't even have custody of all the children. They're gonna like, what are you, a crackhead prostitute or something? But anyway, I digress.
No, it's not, babe. It's not.
Begging for money to help her within her situation. And might I add, she also talks about that she's homeless. This situation is so confusing. Matter of fact, let's just let her explain her current situation. So yes, I am pregnant. Pregnant with my 6th child. This is gonna be my 4th baby daddy. Yes, it's true. It's true. What? Yes, I am homeless. I'm homeless. I'm living out of my car. I'm living out of hotels. I'm living from pillar to post.
I'm sorry, it says pregnant and homeless. I didn't know that it was at the same damn time.
Okay, I have no job. Yes, I have no job.
Why do you say it like that?
You know, we listen
At the same damn
judge.
time.
I have no job. I'm 35 years old, living out of my car, pregnant, not with the baby daddy, by myself. Could life get any worse? Possibly. I mean, I could step out tomorrow and get hit by a car. And then we're in the hospital. Shit, that would not be good. So the next time somebody comes to my comments asking me questions, refer back to this video. Yes, I know I'm old as, okay? Got a hell of a lot of kids.
These guys look so scared.
I'm homeless.
You are?
And I'm broke. But guess what? I'm still alive, and I'm living, and
Cup
I'm
half
grateful,
full.
and I can see, and I can
Cup
hear,
half full.
smell, and I can enjoy my babies. I'm living.
And you can get a job.
I have my house.
Yep.
So yes, it's hard. My life's a mess.
Sure is.
But the great
To be honest, y'all, it just baffles me that she ever was even comfortable putting out this type of a story about her own self. Now, we all know that this was a lie, but it's just a simple fact that why would you want to portray yourself like this to the world? This is people's first impression of you. Why? Especially, like, okay, you got a couple $1,000s out of it, but it wasn't a life-changing scam. I really don't think that it was worth it at the end of the day. I really don't.
great thing about being at the bottom is the only way up.
up.
The only way is up, huh?
Well, I do commend her on her outlook on life within the current situation. I think that it's also important to understand exactly how it is that she got here. And I think it's important to do so because, like I said before, she's got this GoFundMe up, baby. She wants your help. She wants your dollars to be able to contribute to this situation that she's put herself in. Or at least I hope that she's accountable enough.
Oh my gosh. This is annoying. All right, here we go.
Herself in this situation. We're going to find that out. Nevertheless, one of my first questions would always be, you laid down on your back for at least 4 different men, had babies with them. Where are the men? Can you not go back to any of these men that you let into your body for help? Well, in this video, she goes into
No,
exact detail.
because they're all haters. Except for the last one. He's not a hater. Well, not the last one, but you know what I mean. Out of the babies that are here. Joey's not a hater. But the other 2 are straight haters.
From her perspective of the issues with the baby daddies. Let's go.
You guys literally keep asking me, where's your baby daddy? Where's your baby daddy son? How could you be going through this? You have all these baby daddies and not helping me. Okay, so let me break it down, okay? My first baby daddy, which was my husband, cheated on me throughout our whole relationship. I got the balls and I cheated on him back.
Balls.
We got married. There was more infidelity, blah, blah, blah. Broke up. Mind you, I always have the kids. Always. Hi, baby. I always have the kids. But once we broke up the last time, he got with this chick. And she helped him devise a plan to take my children away from me. It was the most hardest thing. I don't think I've ever recovered from that, honestly, truly. But yeah, that's what happened with that.
Was it successful?
I'm married to the lady now, and him and I were just around
Stupid.
like 4 months ago.
What?
And then it goes to commercial.
Sometimes
You gotta stop the track when you hear the unaccountable explained situations. So before you got married, you were cheating on each other, back and forth, toxic as hell. And then after getting married, you thought it'd be good to bring 3 children into a situation.
He doesn't know
I
what
think
he's
bringing
talking
children
about.
into a dysfunctional relationship.
You already had the
or
kids,
dysfunctional
stupid.
Marriage is selfish as
Oh
hell.
gosh.
And
This is annoying.
that type of
Why do they
behavior,
react
that
on things
back
they don't
and forth,
know?
That toxicity, you know.
Anyway,
it's
let me
being
just pause this real quick and see what y'all saying in the chat because, child, I can't. I'm gonna scroll up a little bit. Lifestyles with Lakita said Olivia is challenged in arguing with me about it won't help. Everyday life, you said no because you're an idiot. Thick Thighs Pretty Odds, you said she was sleeping with her ex-husband and she's still on child support. He didn't leave his wife and she still doesn't have unlimited access to the Web3. So again, Gerard knows Liv is easy. I agree. Because ultimately, first of all, if that was her whole goal, right? To sleep with Gerard to get the kids back. Well, why first of all, why did you even sleep with him and nothing was in the works? That wasn't the goal. We all know that wasn't the goal. Her goal was to be with him because that's what she really wants. It's not even the kids. And again, he knows that she's easy. So all he had to do was cap her head up with some lies, make her think that he might possibly want to take her on a trip or whatever the case may be. And she fell for it. And she opened her legs and then was left crying and disappointed because it didn't work out. Olivia doesn't know how to handle men. She doesn't know how to handle her damn self. She's a hot ass mess. Afrojack, you said this girl was married for 4 months before he ran. Eye for an eye. You said, okay, you was their mother. You want a cookie for having them all the time. Lynn, you said, so wait, the pregnancy that she claimed, that wasn't Joey's baby? No, Lynn. She said she was pregnant by a guy who was 10 years younger than her, who is currently incarcerated. It wasn't Joey's baby. That's why she got the AB. Steve, you said MGTV is you. If you get YouTube Premium, you will never go back. I'll think about it, Steve. Bottoms up, you said she's so fake and immature. She is. SK Lee, you said she doesn't know how to tell the truth to save her soul, and I agree. Thick Thighs, you said it wasn't a plan. Liv is definitely unfit and mentally unstable. The judge said no and gave the children to the better parent. Right. I think Gerard's whole thing was him fighting for his own rights because she would not allow him to be a father to the children due to the fact that she was bitter about the fact that he chose to move on with the other woman. I don't know if his initial plan was to, have the kids with him completely. But the bottom line is, even when people ask for full custody, it's a battle for that. Like, you got to really prove that the other parent is completely unfit. And Gerard obviously had all of the ammunition and all of the proof that he needed to be able to prove that. And that is Olivia's fault at the end of the day. That's Olivia's fault. It is what it is. Hey, Nearly Fairstein. Banana Muffin, you said she's so desperate for male attention and money. Look, she might as well be a corn star. I think so too. Like, she doesn't give a damn about how she puts herself out there to the world. And the worst part about it is she has sons. She doesn't care about the people viewing her as a whore on the internet. The same internet that her kids are going to have access to, that her kids already have access to. She does not care about the fact that this is and will be very embarrassing to her children. She's not even embarrassed by it herself. I just don't understand her train of thought. In my opinion, it's just not worth it. But this is the attention that she wants, so she's getting it.
Being normalized within our culture today, and we got no one else to blame but ourselves.
That's
and
true.
People generally cannot just devise plans to get things taken away from you, or you can be set up based off of a set of choices or behaviors that you're currently already engaging in, and then they just record you doing that, send that to the judge, and the judge is like, what the? Get those kids away from her. CPS. Go get her.
Yes, I know what you're thinking, Liv. How could you do that?
And isn't that exactly what happened? Olivia acted an ass on the internet, put it all out there for everybody to see, came on the internet and admitted to doing drugs. She did all those things like an asshole. And then was surprised that her ex-husband used that against her in court and was surprised that the judge actually took the children away. Like I said, Olivia did all this shit to herself.
I was in desperation mode. I just wanted my kids back, and I thought fucking with
Disney's
Lord have mercy. This is crazy. These ads. I just want to get through it. Here we go.
CPS case, like a real one. I've never had a CPS case.
Man who did me the worst in my life.
And you still
the best way to do that.
Wow.
It was stupid. It was dumb because now he's cut me off again since the wife found out, and it's just a big mess. But anyway. I don't want
you
him.
went back?
I said it was just solely about getting my kids back in my home. And that's why I thought that was a good idea to do. And and by the way, he was given my kids. He was given primary and custodial with no proof of drug use. So don't come in my comments being like, oh, well, you mustn't know. I wasn't on drugs. I had my own place. I was doing very well for myself at the time. I just didn't have a lawyer, so the judge gave him my kids. So
that's not how that works.
It happened, okay? It happened. It happened to me.
Perhaps I'm prejudging, but there's something eerily demon in the way that she's describing her situation and unaccountable at its core. So I'm glad that the man won. And he did not win because you didn't have a lawyer. We've gone over too many court cases on this channel for me to just...
I would love him to go over my court case. You've been through so many court cases. Everybody put in his comments.
Well, how the fuck is he gonna go over your court case that was not on television? How would he be able to go off of it? What are you gonna do? Send him? What can you do? Send him the transcripts? How would he be able to review your court case and give his thoughts and opinions on that? You sound dumb as hell. At the end of the day, he's absolutely right. It just doesn't work that way. And this is coming from a person who has actually had to fight for her children in court. I know for a fact it doesn't work that fucking way. I was accused of all types of things because when it's a custody battle, it's a very, very, very horrible, nasty battle. Okay? Everybody's trying to win. Okay? You got to make the other party look bad so that you can be able to keep your children. And I know that it's just not that simple. Whether you have a lawyer or don't have a lawyer. You not having a lawyer, that doesn't mean, that doesn't give the judge the right to just take the children out of your possession. You gave them enough evidence. You weren't taking your kids to school, which is the biggest thing. The people told me the kids missed 70 days of school last night, okay? On top of that, you were doing drugs. You admitted to doing drugs on the internet. What did you expect to happen? So he's absolutely right.
Go over my court case. Go over my court case. I want him to deep dive in my court case.
If custody was transferred,
the actual proof of it, out of all the documents that I can give him.
Something happened to transfer custody that you're not talking about, and your silence speaks louder than any words in your defense otherwise.
Okay, so baby daddy number 2.
Okay.
He was like a clout chaser. I met him and he grabbed, when I met him, he found out that I was somebody on YouTube because I have a big YouTube following, you guys. That's where I come from. He found that out and he pretty much clout chased off of me, used me for that. Anyway, along all of the mess, because he tried to drag me and he tried to go on there and expose me, and it was a big fucking mess, okay? During that...
What did he say?
Angelo, and I love him to pieces, and I'm so happy to have him. But anyway, that was a mess.
You don't just end up pregnant.
He ended up with a 65-year-old subscriber of mine. Okay, now baby daddy number 3. I love him. He's her dad. He has always helped me. He's not in her life because he has a whole different life than me. We met, we fell in love, and had my baby. It was short-lived. But he's still around. He still helps as much as...
She said, him going over your case is not a win for you. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I would like his perspective since he thinks he knows. I think it's so funny that people think they know. Well,
She's definitely bothered by this, which is why I don't even understand. But at the end of the day, this is what she asked for. She put it out there to get attention. And now people who have millions of subscribers or thousands of subscribers, way bigger fan bases than what she has, they're reacting to it. And the majority of the people are going to view her in a negative light because of how she chose to present herself to the world. So this is all this hate that she receives, this is what she wanted. How else could you expect people to view you if you're putting your shit out there like this? That's the bottom line. Nobody's reviewing your fucking court case from 6 years ago. It doesn't matter. The point is you lost the fucking kids, okay, because you gave them a reason to take the kids from you, okay, and now you want people to donate to a GoFundMe 6 years later so that you can get an attorney to try to fight for your kids again. Meaning you haven't had the urge or felt the need to fight for your kids all these fucking years, but now you want to fight for your kids because your baby daddy didn't choose you over his wife. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So why didn't you try to obtain a lawyer when you so-called allegedly seen that Robin had bruises all over her legs from being beat with a belt? Why didn't you try to get the people to donate then? What, like, obviously right now the only reason why she's asking for this money is because she's upset about the situation with Gerard. But to be honest, I don't even believe that she's going to use the GoFundMe money for an attorney. Child, it's just too much. It's too much. It's too much. It's all over the place. And I just don't see how you could be, like, you don't have any pride. Like, you're okay with this image of yourself being out there. You have no desire to be better, to do better, to change your life around. I really, truly just don't get it. And I'm going to read a couple of y'all's comments, and then we're going to get right back to listening to the rest of her reaction on his reaction, child. It's too much. Sugar Bear Fleming, you said, in a nutshell, you're correct. Lynn, you said she wants money for child support and to buy junk off TikTok. I think that's definitely the case. Austin, you said, yep, the documents have always showed she was in non-compliance the whole time. Okay, right. So that's the other thing. Like, she keeps trying to make it seem like they plotted to take the kids from her. Like, you were not complying with the current order that y'all had. You were not allowing him to see his children, speak to his children. I think, I don't know if I'm correct or not, but I believe I did hear that she left the state when she wasn't supposed to. So that also counted against her, if that's the case, because we all know when you have a custody order, you're not allowed to leave the state unless you have the other parent's permission. You're not. So there's that. There was the drug use. There was the kids not going to school. Like, they didn't really have to formulate much of a plan. You did it to yourself. Thick Thighs, you said she just ran off and left them standing in front of the school while she was on a plane to Florida with her 2 replacement fatherless children. That's a shame. Noelle, you said she can't stand the fact that people who are more intelligent than her and her followers are asking questions because things just don't add up. She thinks everyone has to believe her version. Right. That her version is very, very questionable. Nobody's going to just completely believe the mother who lost custody of her children. And then your judgment is not good. Just the lifestyle that you live. The fact that you claim you lost your children and you went out and had more by 2 men who don't give a fuck about you or the kids. Nobody's going to believe anything that you're saying. You don't know what you're talking about as far as everybody's concerned. You're mentally unstable, because what woman in their right mind would go ahead and choose that direction for their lives? Who would do that? An idiot. Somebody who doesn't learn. And then the people have seen her live various times, so nobody believes. It's just too much. Steve, you said, and she can't say he loves Gerard and thinks she can't say she loves Gerard and thinks he's so great. He knows nothing of Gerard. Right. Banana Muffin, you said, why can't she prove that she spoke to a lawyer and he gave her a quote? That's a good question. I mean, shit. She recorded everything else. She recorded CPS coming to her house. Why can't she record that she's actually actively seeking to find an attorney? You know? So, Bottoms Up, you said your daughter failed a grade in school because of you. Do you know how humiliating that is? Yeah, that's definitely humiliating. Simply Sweet, you said there is no upcoming court date, period. Okay. Lifestyles with Lakita, you said Liv got energy for drama and BS. Not a job, not work, not parenting, just talking-ish and being unfit in Gerard's D. Okay. I agree. Y'all said she wants a new car. Hey, Virgo Diva. It's too much. See, already one side of my fucking head starting to hurt just listening to this, but we're going to continue.
Actually, it's not really funny because I thought I knew. I thought the same thing. I was like, there's no way a judge would take my kids away from me. I would have to be an active drug user. I would have to have drugs in my system. I would have to be neglecting them, not feeding them. They would have to find some reason to take my kids away. No, they didn't. No, there was actually no proof of anything. Literally anything.
I like how she never mentions the fact that her kids weren't going to school. For some reason, she always leaves that big part out. Like, that doesn't matter. Like, that's insignificant when it's actually a very important fact. You did not, maybe you didn't fail the drug test, but you definitely are on camera admitting to snorting. So I'm sure that counts as well.
They just took him. I didn't have if one lawyer is sitting there fighting for one person, saying everything that they can, even though there's no proof of anything, but I don't have anybody sitting here on my side fighting back with the actual fucking proof that I actually literally had on that dude. Like, I literally had so much. Like, I literally had so much on my ex. So much. Okay, you're getting blocked.
You had so much on your ex, yet you just were not able to use it. So you were just sitting in court defenseless. The judge didn't give you the ability to speak or say anything. Everybody just attacked you in the courtroom. And that didn't motivate your dumbass enough to get on your grind, and instead of buying fucking lip fillers and getting tattoos and laying up with a nigga, to use your money wisely and go get a fucking lawyer. Like, are you stupid? If that's really how court was going, then why didn't you take action yourself? Why didn't you? Like, I don't get it.
Hi, user. Thank you. People think they know.
Oh, yeah, y'all definitely did say she did have a lawyer for a short period of time, but the lawyer dropped her. More than likely, the lawyer dropped her because she was not paying the lawyer, which should have been priority if you truly wanted to keep, custody of your children. And she probably also could have dropped her because she was not complying with whatever the judge had already currently had in place. Lawyers don't want to look dumb as fuck either when they go to court. Okay, you're not able to be represented because you're not listening to their advice. You're not following the judge's orders, so therefore they will no longer represent you. It happens all the time. So it is what it is. Olivia played herself. I just keep saying it over and over again. She did this shit to herself, and she just never seems to. She just can't take accountability for that.
You guys remember I posted a picture of him and Robin. Robin video recorded it with her phone. She was sitting in the front seat. First of all, she shouldn't have been in the front seat. She was too young. But she was sitting in the front seat, and he had an open can of beer sitting right there while he was driving. He was just actually doing that shit. That's so crazy. But you know what? I don't have to say nothing. I'm going to let God speak. God's going to handle everything.
Okay, so I'm not saying it's okay, but Gerard, it's a video of Gerard sitting in a car with an open can of beer. But there's videos of you performing fellatio on live, talking about snorting, laying up with a man that you said came from a halfway house with in the same house as your young children. Like, which is crazier? Which one is crazier to y'all? Okay. That's all you got?
Thing. Because, yeah.
And yeah, but he doesn't give me drama, he doesn't give me problems. He's the one that I get along with. So shout out to him. Love you. But yeah. He's good.
His facial reactions are funny.
Going at up. Y'all fell in love. It was going good. You still love me to this day. So what happened? Why can't you leverage him as a place not to be homeless? And the reason is, and all of your alarm bells should have went off when you're listening to this, he lives a completely different life, which means, my opinion, that he's got.
She just shook her head up and down. So that's the case. He lives a completely different life. So you're over there dealing with talking to and entertaining and having a baby by another man who has another family. Wow.
Got a whole nother family, and she was the side chick and got pregnant.
Baby daddy number 1.
I don't want to move to New York.
She's saying she doesn't want to move to New York, but if he gave a damn about you or that baby, he would at least come visit every now and then. If he has as much money as you want the people to believe he does, you said he pays half your rent, he pays for AJ's daycare, he pays for all these things, right? But he doesn't have enough money to catch a flight, I don't know, once a month even, just to come and bond with his child and spend time with you, since he wants to be with you so bad. That makes absolutely no sense at all.
No, he's a bad person. But anyway, it was just one of the nights.
His facial reactions are so funny.
And I was, I had precautions going on. I was not homeless at the time. finding out that I was pregnant while I'm homeless is extremely crazy. But yeah, I was homeless. They were like, how could you impregnate a homeless chick? I was not pregnant. I mean, I was not homeless at the time. And I found out I was pregnant a couple weeks ago, or a week or so ago, whatever. But anyway, he's in jail. So, yeah.
Wow.
I don't have the best pick in men. I already know that.
True.
Especially, any of them. But it is what it is. We live and we learn, and we try to teach our daughters better,
And it's not just the best pick in men, baby girl. It's like the best pick in allowing men to enter your body, raw daddy, all of this broke condom shit, right? Like, it's still always your responsibility. Meanwhile, condoms just don't break. Something extreme has to happen. Even he had it in his wallet for...
Fargo is your first.
That is true.
Right? Or how you are engaging in coitus is to an extreme level, none of which the likes of a little rubber can protect against. The fact of the matter is that plan B does exist, but you prioritize your promiscuity over the sanctity of your womb and making more kids that my tax dollars have to pay for. It's crazy to me that you say that you have to teach your daughters better. Meanwhile, a week and a half ago, you're making the very same mistakes that that you want to be the teacher to your daughters with. I think you have to stop making these decisions first, and also stop the law.
Exactly. How the fuck can you teach your daughters how to be better when you're actively living a trashy, slutty lifestyle? How could you, first of all, you got to be an example first. Fuck what you saying. How are you living? That's what kids go off of. They're not going to listen to you. You want me to be this good, law-abiding citizen, a woman with respect for herself, with morals and class and integrity, and you're none of that shit? You want to tell me what to do? Nobody's listening to her. So how you going to tell your daughter how she should carry herself when you out here with multiple baby daddies just moving reckless? So he has a very good point there.
Glorifying it. She's talking about it as if this is just, the cycle continues. Now, the content would usually stop here, right? Like, we go through lessons learned. I might go through TikTok reactions. That's not what's going to happen because, like I said, she's a YouTuber. So she uploads a lot of content in regards to her specific situation. And a lot of what she uploads is in direct contradiction to that GoFundMe. Matter of fact, let's play a clip of the GoFundMe real quick so you can understand how she's projecting getting money back. And I'm going to show you guys something very interesting.
Find it at BioLife. Up to $750 is waiting for you. Just donate plasma, get paid.
Hi, I'm Liv.
Hi, Liv.
And I am coming
Why
here
you say it
today
like that?
to tell you guys a little bit about my story.
Okay.
And to ask anyone out there, out of the kindness of your heart,
I'm pretty kind,
if there's anything you can do to help me.
He's
I'm
stupid.
grateful.
Okay.
He's
So,
stupid.
I have been going through
Is he stupid or are you fucking stupid? Seems like you're stupid.
a nasty custody battle for my 3 children. For about 5 years now.
Oh.
6 years.
Mm-hmm.
And
How'd you lose them?
my ex-husband,
Okay.
their father, has been trying and alienating.
You know what's so
me.
crazy to me? I will always look like the bad person. And I literally did nothing. Literally did nothing.
And how are you always going to look like the bad person and you literally did nothing? You literally did everything and recorded it so that people have that information to go off of. What do you mean you did nothing? That's what I'm saying about that accountability. She thinks that she did absolutely nothing. Okay.
And it's so crazy to me. It's so crazy how everybody will always make me out to be the bad person. Always. And he's literally the bad person. And I don't care about saying that anymore. I used to be like, oh, people are going to talk shit. I don't give a fuck. My ex is a horrible fucking person.
He's a horrible person to you. and you're saying he's a horrible person because he may not be faithful to his current wife, he wasn't faithful to you, okay, that may be the case. But what makes him not a horrible person is that he shows up for his children. The simple fact that he paid child support. We got to give credit when it's due. That motherfucker was paying child support and still mustered up the money to pay for an attorney to fight for his kids. That's what it boils down to. Not only he fought for his kids, he got custody of the kids. He's not bullshitting around. He actually has the kids full time. He's showing up for his children. He's there for his children on a daily basis, regardless of what you choose to do or not do. He doesn't come on the internet and complain about you and bash you for all the shit that you're not doing. I don't think that Gerard is that horrible of a person. He may not be a good husband. He may not be a good boyfriend. But the fact of the matter is, you get more points for doing right by your offspring. The shit that you women choose to put up with, you have a choice. You chose to deal with his infidelity, and you chose to cheat back or whatever you did. Nisha is actively choosing to deal with him and his infidelity. But the bottom line is, the most important thing is that he takes care of his children. That's the most important thing. So for that, he's not a completely horrible person. He's just not a good man to be in a relationship with.
I know. The people who know, but it's crazy how, like, he's never seen me a day in his life. I've never seen him a day in my life. So I don't know. Maybe he's watched some of my lives and he has already like a judgment of me.
He has a judgment of you because of the version of yourself that you chose to put on the internet. You want to be seen as a slutty mother of 5. Well, you wanted to make it seem like you were going on 6 kids, 4 baby daddies, that is broke down, homeless. Okay, you don't even have custody of all of your children. You wanted to be perceived this way. You put this image of yourself out there. He doesn't have to know you personally. This is his first impression of you. This is going to be everybody's first impression of you. What more do you need? So.
But, I don't know. Don't lose track of time. I won't, baby. I'm going to leave in 5 minutes.
Their life.
Okay.
And it has been so messy, so crazy. You guys wouldn't even believe, okay? So many people tell me my life should be a Lifetime movie at this point. But I recently...
By the way, I'm not putting that music behind at all.
I put it
behind support because he's trying to send me to jail for not paying him child support.
Oh.
He knows that I cannot afford the child support. Okay, let me back up. Wait, give you the short story.
Before you back up, quick emergency meeting. I was recently searching for my name online and found Trial.
And does that mean I
fucked up because they just simply cannot pay? But I have less sympathy when I know that for some squirrely reason,
Wait.
data
What are you
has been
saying?
fucked up because
What?
child support and an data.
Hold on. I
has
want to
been
hear what he
exposed.
says.
Go now. Now, I have sympathy to a degree when it comes to child support and an inability to pay what has been ordered to you. We hear all the time about men getting locked up because they just simply cannot pay. But I have less sympathy when I know that for some squirrely reason, you lost custody. And then also when I find clips on the internet of you doing this.
Girl, you 20K, 25K behind in child support. And does that mean I ain't behind this shit? I don't believe in that make-believe bullshit. I ain't got it. Shit. What you gonna do? Make me shit it out? If I ain't got it, I ain't got it.
I want her to play that same GoFundMe music on the back of this.
I can't take it. I can't take it. I cannot take it.
If I don't have it, I don't have it.
For you, though.
How do you want me to say that? It was pretty Latina talking about. I don't know. She was a hater.
Well, here's the thing: if you don't have it, ass white, you got to get it, because at the end of the day, your children are entitled. They're owed that from you. You had them. They didn't ask to be here. They need both parents actively providing for them. That's what they need. You're obligated to financially provide for your children. And this is where it irritates me, because when men do it, we call them deadbeat bums. But because she's a woman, she doesn't feel like people should view her that way. Like, it's, to be honest, y'all, I'm gonna be honest. It's triggering to hear this deadbeat bum shit. I can't take it because it sounds so familiar. She reminds me of somebody that I know. Like, to be the type of person that's just perfectly fine saying, I don't have it, so I'm just not going to do for my kids. Like, bitch, what type of person are you? If you truly loved your kids, you would get out there and find a fucking way to get it. Like, you claim that you love them so much, but you're not willing to go make a way to provide for them, all because you want to be spiteful towards their father. Like, what kind of shit is that?
Here, I'll show you what I got earlier. How am I supposed to say that? I've been saying I don't got it. The fuck?
I probably shit 25K. I ain't got it. So y'all, all you child support loving motherfuckers, can shove it up your ass about that.
But it was cool when you had him on child support. He was paying $700 a month, and you said that wasn't enough. You wanted more than that. You expected him to find a way to provide you with more money to take care of the children. When you more than likely, you probably wasn't even using that money on the kids. You one of the bitches that used the money on yourself, right? Because it's not like they was enrolled in any extracurricular activities. They ain't have shit going on. They was in the house doing absolutely nothing. But when he was on child support, you wanted to up the amount because you wanted to be greedy, right? But people shouldn't expect you to be able to find a way to provide for your children. Like, she's so disgusting. Wait, Banana Muffin, you said today was her day to pick them up from school. Well, it's apparent that she did not go do that.
That y'all never gonna see in your whole entire life. And shove it right up. Because I promise you, motherfuckers ain't never gonna see that in me. Okay?
And they're not. How are they gonna see it?
My tombstone.
How are they gonna see it?
You owe us $1,002,563, bitch.
How are they gonna see it? How are they gonna see it if I ain't got it? I'm on the same shit. Now, do I word things a certain type of way? Yeah. I'm a little, you know, you guys know how I am with my mouth. And I think that's what makes people, oh my God. But bitch, I'm real. You want me to be fake?
You're not real. Because if a man came on here and said the same shit, he would be considered a trash ass nigga. Period. If a man was to get on the internet and say this, we all know what he would be called. But I don't know why she feels like she's the exception because she's a female. Like, as women, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't give a fuck what you can't afford, what you don't have. You better go find it. Go do something. Because as mothers, when we have the children full time, we have to go out and get the money. Regardless of we got to find a way, basically. So for her to think that it's cool for her to get on here and say she just ain't got it and ain't never going to try to find a way to get it, like, it's very disgusting. And she thinks that it's cute. She thinks that it's funny. Oh, child.
You better dig me up and sell my bones.
Hey, baby.
Lock her up. Before you dig her up and sell her bones for pennies, make sure that she feels the inside of a cage. If this was a man doing the exact same thing, he would have been locked up way before the video hit published. It would have been in his YouTube unlisted, and they would have been at the front.
He's absolutely right.
Door knocking. We'd like to have a word with you.
Oh, I am. See, child support's coming for his ass. But it takes time, you know?
Okay, so they're playing something from when I lived in Florida the first time. I was trying to put Gerard on child support, but I never did. And listen how I'm talking. I sound bitter. I sound sad. I sound like I still love the nigga.
Both y'all bully down. I'm about to.
Oh, wait a minute. So it's okay for child support to go for one of your baby daddies, but when it comes to getting money for the children from you, that's when you ain't got it. And what does this even mean to me? Oh, okay.
This Adam is on what?
Bye. Okay, then take your butt to sleep and your head won't hurt no more. Robin, go to bed. Okay. So he can take his motherfucking ass to work on Monday and get that money so it can come right into my bank account, bitch.
I should have put him on child support. I should have. The fuck have.
And it's so funny because she's posting this right up on YouTube. Like, you know, you think that the garnishment office, they can't go to YouTube and say, listen, any earnings that she earns from this, the super chats, right? Or they can't go to GoFundMe and say whatever earnings that she gets from GoFundMe, we're going to garnish that for child support. Do you think that they can't do that? Utilizing the state to...
They definitely can, which is why the YouTube channel is in Stella's name and the GoFundMe is in Jen's name.
Get child support while you refuse to pay child support to that same state is literally diabolical.
Oh my God. Somebody said, are you going to treatment for your cook habit? No. No, I'm not. I'm strung out right now. Can't you tell? I'm just strung out right now.
She was a bigums back in the day.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. He's going back and then he doesn't know what he's talking about.
And if you dabble, okay, you just little, like I said in my video, a little sniff here and there. I'm not promoting the shit. I'm not saying everybody go out and party hard like a rock star. I'm just saying, really? One time in 10 years? You miss me with that shit, please. Please miss me with that shit.
Yeah. Maybe you should turn on your drug use, man, and utilize the money to support your children or something.
My drug use, you guys, my drug use. My drug use. My drug use. Oh my God. At this point, I should just be a full-on fucking druggie. I should. Why the fuck shouldn't I? The fuck?
Or shelter for yourself.
Oh, Kristen, you're going through it too? Damn, 40K. Girl, I think it's 40K. That's what my haters say, girl. I don't even know. I don't even look at it.
The thing that she doesn't realize is people don't need to know her full story from start to finish. There's enough clips on the internet for them to be able to put it together and make an educated guess as to what type of person she actually is. Okay? They don't need to know your whole story. They don't need to have been watching you for years. They don't need to do that. There's plenty of clips out there that display the awful and disgusting person that you truly are. So he knows what he's talking about enough for his for everything that he's saying to still be valid.
Couldn't even tell you how much I'm behind on child support because I don't give a fuck. Let me show you.
I said, oh my God, you guys, let me tell you something. When I watch my fucking shit back sometimes, I'd be like, oh shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm the realest bitch in the world, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck. And I promise you, I'm putting this shit right now on my soul. I am going to be so fucking rich and so fucking famous. Just because
What? You think you're going to become rich and famous by displaying yourself as a trifling slut / deadbeat that's going to bring you money and fame? What? Okay, girl.
My fucking mouth. Just because of how real I am. The same shit that people tear me down for, tell me to hush, tell me this. I will never hush. I will continue to be who the fuck I am. I don't care what anybody thinks. And I don't give a fuck about perception. Yes, perception is the thing. I don't give a fuck. There's also, if you're going to be a reactor or you're going to deep dive in other people's shit, you need to watch more than hater videos. You need to like actually
Pause and hater videos. Those were literally your own videos that you made. I'm confused.
your research on people. You know, that's actually like a thing. But anyway, we'll continue this later. I gotta go with my son. I'm so authentic and I'm never gonna stop. And I don't care. I'm not doing anything wrong. Me saying I don't have money for child support, I don't have money for child support. I don't have money for child support. Whether I cuss when I say it, whether I say it in a smirky way, I don't give a fuck. I don't have money. The fuck, the same shit I told the judge a couple years ago. Same thing I told Gerard. That's why Gerard was busting me down and giving me money. But he's not gonna talk about that. The reactor guy is not gonna talk about how the nigga was fucking on me while he was married. And
that is beside the point. He may, so what? Okay, so he did something with you while he was married. That's not the point. The point is that you're still a deadbeat. That has nothing to do with it. People are just baffled by the fact that if you claim that the man did so much to you, you claim that he took your kids from you, and you still don't have him back all these years later. Why would you then lay on your back for the very man that you claim did so much damage to you? Why would you do that? And you claim that the reason was for you to get your kids, yet there was no plan in the works for you getting your kids back. Gerard, you haven't posted a screenshot yet of Gerard saying, if you give me some ass, I'm going to give you the kids. That's not what was in the text messages. In fact, Gerard offered you more time with the kids, and you said you wanted the chocolate banana instead. So there's that. Like, I just can't with the foolishness.
And give me money. Why is
it showed me that she's definitely delusional and delayed, for sure.
But it's okay, you guys. More clout for us. Send them all over here. There will be some people that actually have a mind of their own who will look at all my content and become a subscriber and like it over here and stay and watch and support. So, yeah. But that's good, though. You're feeding content creators.
This is going to be off topic. But a lot of people are saying, you know, since we're on the topic of child support and things like that, you'd be surprised how people get away with not paying and providing for their children. I'm going to do a quick story time. I know somebody, right? You guys, I know somebody who owed over $53,000 in child support, right? This person refused to pay. They might have paid a couple times when it was enforced, like they, you know, were trapped and they had to get out. In order to get out of jail, they had to pay a lump sum, whatever the case may be. But more of the story is the balance for child support got up to $53,000, right? And this person worked under the table for years. They quit their actual job. They worked under the table, okay? And they did everything that they needed to do to avoid paying child support. Now, you would think that at some point the courts will hold that person accountable, right? And make them pay child support. But no, there was no, you know, they weren't going out. There was warrants issued, but they never went out and enforced the warrants. They never did any of the things that child support is known for doing, right? And years down the line, that person, the court said that due to the fact that there were so many years that there was no payments made, the case was considered a dead case, right? And the courts dropped the child support case. They dropped the child support case. They suspended all arrears, gave the person back their driver's license, and terminated the active warrants that they had. And they got away without paying any fucking thing. And then the courts told the mother that if you know that the person is working under the table, you're going to have to get up enough evidence. You're going to have to go to the job and take a picture of the person working or whatever the case may be in order for us to reopen the case. But for right now, it's terminated. Child, it's a mess out here. And now y'all ain't never heard no shit like that, right? Offer an IPA. PA. Absolutely horrible. And then this person that has gotten away without having to pay that $53,000 in child support actually is forming an audience of people. Like they're actively trying to educate other men on how to avoid being financially responsible for their children. Ain't that some shit? No, Virgo Diva, they don't file taxes. No taxes have been filed since 2018, child. It's too much. Too much. So, believe it or not, people do get away with not paying child support. So, I don't know. It might, child support, that might be harsher in different states, but I don't know. Let me see. Everyday life, you said that's crazy, but I've heard of that before, and that's what may happen to Olivia. Yeah, it's very possible that after a certain amount of years go by of her not paying, the courts are going to say, oh, well, obviously, because we haven't received the payment, this is considered a dead case. We're going to close it. If you find out that they're receiving any funds, then you could come back to us, and then we may reopen it again. But for right now, they get their license back, warrants dropped, they're off the hook. So, let's see. Claudia, you said just to end up doing the same thing. That's crazy. They're both lying. That's crazy. Steve, you said I would have been at his job the next day. So I don't know. That's a bit much. It's doing the most. EJ, you said MGTV. I'm in California. My best friend is still receiving child support for her oldest son, who is 32 due to arrears. Yeah, I definitely heard of stories like that, but I don't know. This seems to be some new shit because this just happened. So. It's a mess. It's real out here. So there's definitely a possibility. I said all that to say that there's definitely a possibility that at some point Olivia may not, if she avoids this long enough and if she just continues to be a deadbeat and doesn't ever try to provide for her kids, she just might get away with it at some point in time. Steve, you said how to be a bum without license and property to your name, no bank account, etc. Woo. That's what I'm saying, SK Lee. It's her. She's perfectly fine with saying that. That's the thing about deadbeats. They don't give a fuck what nobody think about them. The bottom line is they want to be spiteful towards the other person, and so to spite the other person, they're not going to provide for their children. They don't care what anybody thinks of them. They just want to make sure that they're leaving their burden on that other parent. Period. Let's see. Lynn, you said that's what she's hoping, but to anyone who is curious, Olivia has her license. That's what she's hoping, but to anyone who is curious, Olivia has her license from Florida, not Texas. Okay, so her license was suspended in Texas and she has it in Florida. Okay. Bus hopping mom says, honey, if this was me in my mid-30s begging online and demanding money, people would ignore or laugh at me. The ish people get away with, child. Yeah, she gets away with murder. Long story short is that I don't know what's going to happen long term, but she just might be able to get away with it. Nothing's happened so far. She hasn't been arrested yet. So it's just not making any sense. Y'all said that it's not even a court hearing coming up. So maybe she's not going to be required to make a lump sum payment in order to stay out of jail. Steve, you said I feel a change coming. What kind of change you feel coming? For an eye, you said I hope Stella is taking money out from her checks and giving her a certain amount. I doubt it. Stella is giving Liv the whole entire check. She's giving her the whole entire check. So anyway, I'm gonna see what else she's saying for this little bit, this last little bit of the live stream.
That have almost 1 million subscribers. How many subscribers does that nigga have? I didn't even look. But I get it though. Oh yeah, he has almost 1 million. I am perfect, like bait for them because of my situation, So I get it. I'm not even hating. Like, talk your shit. Just reviews, baby. Just reviews.
So wait, so Lynn, she does have court. So that's what I'm saying. It's just all over the place. 1 minute y'all saying that she got court. Well, 1 minute y'all saying she don't got court. Now she actually does have court. Banana Buffy, you said I will call ICE on that baby daddy that didn't pay child support. Woo! I mean, I don't know. Bus hopping mom, you said too many enablers in their chats who follow them. These women will continue into their 40s begging. They sure will. I don't think anything's going to change. Steve, you said can't say yet, but a change is coming. Okay. I for an eye, you said yeah, child support hearing, I believe. Sugar Bear, you said yeah, you can't be mad because you put stuff out there, so sit in it. That's what I'm saying. How are you going to be offended by the way people view you when you literally put this image of yourself out there? This is what you want to be known for. You don't want to be known for anything positive. Nothing positive. When people watch you, they learn what not to do, how not to behave, how not to carry themselves. You have nothing positive going on, and you are upset that people are talking about you the way that they do. Well, maybe you should change your life around and actually try to, I don't know, show a better version of yourself, because this ain't it.
A bitch got down. A bitch had a hard time. I struggled a little bit. I went through something. I did. I was homeless. I definitely went through that for a minute. So, everybody wants to critique me and shame me for that. That's okay. That's fine. It was a low point in my life, and I did accidentally get pregnant, but I did abort my child because I knew better. I couldn't. There's no way.
Well, if you knew better, you wouldn't have sat there and got pregnant again anyway. Why would you allow that to happen? If you know that you just this is what I don't get. Why do you even let it get that far? You know that you just recently did something with somebody that you don't want to procreate with, right? You know that she claims that she used protection. Maybe she didn't, but whether you used protection or you didn't, you know that there's a possibility that there was semen left in there, okay? So why didn't you go purchase a plan B? Like, what? Like, what's really going on?
I can have another baby. Especially I can have another baby with somebody I don't want to be with. So I did the responsible thing. But, it doesn't matter if you do the responsible thing. I'm still a woman. And how dare I? How dare I have a...
You did the responsible... Okay, so you saying that you did a responsible thing. If you were responsible, it wouldn't have happened to begin with, right? But it doesn't change the fact that you've already been irresponsible. So you currently have 2 children in your care with no father. It doesn't take away that just because you got an abortion this time. Like, girl, what?
Mistake, even though men walk around here fucking on anything and impregnating anything with no fault or accountability. But us women, everything is all our fault. And that's fine. I'm totally used to that. It's okay. I down? We have to go get brother. She's like, okay. But anyway, I love you guys.
Anyway, I normally do side with women when it comes to certain things like this, but it's just impossible to side with Olivia. Like, it's just not. It's nothing she says makes sense. She doesn't think logically. She doesn't do what the fuck she's supposed to do. She doesn't care about her children. So yeah, everything's definitely her fault in that situation. Now, Gerard may have had some faults when she was with him, for sure. Whatever, that's beside the point. She should have learned at some point. Olivia's what, 35? Still doing the same dumb shit. Like, I just can't. I can't. So you guys, as you know, like I said, one side of my head is pounding from listening to her bullshit. I'm going to read some of y'all comments, and then I'm about to get off of here, okay? Rose Trulio, you said Liv could pay a little amount every month. Say that's what I can do. It would look better. That's true. She could do that, but she'd rather not pay anything. Lynn, you said, Olivia, you scam people and you lie without a conscience. Child, That's true. S.C. Johnson, you said she wasn't homeless. She wasn't homeless. You should have just came back home and your sister kicked you out of her house. Well, we know that she wasn't homeless. But then the muffin, you said maybe the condom broke because her coochie was dry. That's definitely a huge possibility. But more than likely, Olivia's the type of girl, even if a man wants to strap up, she's the type of girl to ask the man to take the shit off. That's her type. Let me see. S.C. Johnson, you said she's finally going to get that baby out of that playpen. That baby has been in bed all day. That's a shame. That's really sad. Very, very sad. Now, why can't she get Kalani in daycare? S.K. Lee, you said she's scammed, and with this bogus GoFundMe, she's still scamming. For sure, she is. I wonder, is the GoFundMe back up and running, y'all? Lynn, you said, Olivia, you're a bad science project that needs to be thrown away. I agree. Thick Thighs, you said Liv definitely lied about being pregnant and homeless. She claims to have had an AB, but was working out the next day. 2 days later, was on a flight, no risk for blood clots. That's true. Well, we know she lied. Well, you said she does know that she used a fake pregnancy test as well. So there's that, I guess. Right. Bus hopping mom, you said mid-30s. Well, that's old enough to know better. Lynn, you said, how about a woman taking responsibility for not getting pregnant? How about condoms? That's true. Steve, you said I side with the children. Okay. Well, me too. What I'm saying is I'm normally able to side with mothers who want the best for their children. Like if you can tell that the woman she actually cares about her children's well-being, she's actively doing her best to provide for her children, not a fucking drug addict, not out here whoring around, like a real mom. I'm normally able to agree with those type of women, but because Olivia is none of those things, I can't understand her standpoint. And of course, I'm all for the children as well, which is why I agree that the kids should remain with Gerard because they have stability there. You know what I meant, Steve. Banana Muffin, you said, I think she's paying literally $10 per month. Yeah, well, that's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it. Thick Thighs, you said Liv gives that baby melatonin and Benadryl to sleep. I'm convinced she does too. Virgo Div, you said it's still up. I reported it. Okay. Everyday Life, you said I want to send you something. What's your email address? My email address is mgtvreactions with an S at the end at gmail.com. And it's also listed on my channel page, the About Me section. My email address is right up there. Luell, you said, didn't she say that she was paying $300 a month? But then obviously when she started doing the shots, she stopped mentioning the money because she was paying for them instead of coincidentally $300. Wow. I don't remember that. Lynn, you said Olivia is just a bad seed. Just hate that the two kids will suffer. They're definitely going to suffer because their daddies are not coming. They're not coming. True, baby. You said the way she thinks she's going viral is not what she thinks it'll be. Once she finishes that reaction of her, she's going to crash all the way out. Oh, really? Oh, y'all said it's at 155 now. Okay. Thick Thighs, you said if my husband had his way, we would have about 6 to 7 children. I told him absolutely the fuck not. We have one of each and twins buried. That's enough. Wow. Yeah. So you're responsible, basically, is what you're saying. Austin, you said she keeps saying her child is smart for 1 year old. That baby is damn near 2 and should be saying 2 to 3 word sentences as well as being able to put her own clothes and shoes on. She delayed her child. Yeah, but you know what? It's obvious that she's giving that baby something to go to sleep. She definitely is. And she threatens them with naps too. Now, knowing AJ, he does not appear to be the type of child that would just lay the fuck down and go to sleep because you told him to. She's obviously giving him something to make him sleepy. All right, when he's there, and as well as Kalani. It's no way. Kalani just sleeps all day. True Baby, you said, yes, ma'am. If you see the whole video, he put her in her place the same way you do and other reactors do. You said, Joey's not coming, Ed. He's not coming. Oh, he is not coming. But anyway, you guys, that concludes my reaction on Olivia. Okay, thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to ask you guys to please hit the like button before you leave. Comment your thoughts down below if y'all have not done so already. Okay, and also hit the subscribe button too. So again, thank you all for watching, and until next time, I will see you all later. Okay, good night.